Shalom, sisters. First and foremost, I just want to say all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Through the spirit, I just wanted to make a video on lust. Lust is a very wicked, evil spirit that some of us deal with, some of us don't. But through the spirit, I just wanted to touch on a few precepts. I wanted to kick it off with the prayer in the Hebrew. This is a prayer for the lust of the flesh to not take hold of you. You can find prayers like this on my Instagram at _halashwankwadash. But this prayer is, please don't let the lust of the flesh take hold of me. So in the Hebrew, it's Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Babakasha, 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 Ba'a Yahaya, Awa Shalha, Bashar Lakwach Kazak Shaya. So that's a quick prayer in Hebrew for the lust of the flesh to not take hold of you. Next, I just wanted to bring out a few precepts through the Spirit. This is 1 John. I don't have my Bible on me, Salakia, so I'm just going to try to paraphrase it. But it says in 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So, the Lord said, all that is in the world is the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. We live in a society that promotes nothing but sin and iniquity, sexual immorality, perversion, fornication, promiscuity. So it's imperative, that we know how to deal with this. And lust doesn't even just mean you having lewd thoughts. You can lust after money. You can lust after, power. There's a lot of different things that you can lust after. Colossians 3:5. Mortify therefore your members that are upon the earth. Fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Verse 6, for which things' sake the wrath of the Most High cometh upon the children of disobedience. If you don't mortify your members, you're given into these spirits. Then it says in verse 6, the wrath of the Most High is going to come upon you. That's why it's so important that we actually fight off lust. We have to be very mindful. It says in Sirach 18:30, go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. Thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock into thine enemies that malign thee. And that's kind of going into that parable in Luke, how it says, everybody began to mock that, man or that sister that didn't finish. All that behold them began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. So it's so important that we know how to, control ourselves. So we know how to have rule of our spirit, like it says in Proverbs 25:28. How it says, he that had no rule of his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So we want to be able to have rule of our spirit, or else, we're going to get broken down spiritually by, these demons. Very important. We have temperance, which is part of the fruits of the spirit. You can read about that in Galatians 5 on down, how it talks about temperance, and that's basically going into, having control over yourself and, stay in the spirit. As I say, then walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to the other, so you cannot do the things that you would. It says in 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, this is the condition of the battle. So this is just the stuff that we have to deal with in order, to receive the kingdom of heaven. You got to go through that furnace of affliction. We have to be tried. We have to be proved by the Lord. And all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for his mercy and his grace. I'm just talking about that with a sister, it's just a blessing. We have such a gracious God, who doesn't reward us, according to our wickedness. He's very merciful and compassionate, but you don't want to abuse that grace and that mercy. And, unfortunately, we are going to fall. We are in this flesh. But the Lord said in Proverbs 24:16, a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So, we may fall, but the Lord said, if you're righteous and you're just, you're going to get back up. But if not, you're just going to fall into mischief. It says in 2nd Ezra 16, woe to them that are bound with their sins and covered in iniquity. Greatly paraphrasing. But all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I just wanted to touch on that really quick through the spirit. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I really pray that this video was helpful. The water sisters for watching. Shalom.